Mike, it has been a minute since I've seen you, and I believe the last time you were in, we had just completed our flooring install. So, first of all, do you know what today is?
May the 4th.
What's that, Chewy? Chewy says, may the 4th be with you as well. All right. Chewy has been a fantastic supervisor and all of the shenanigans going on all these long months. And let's just, oh, really? That leads us to, I'm sure, the burning question that we would all like an answer to, and that is, when the heck is the library going to open? And I wish I could tell you. I can show you why and what has to happen before we open. I feel like folks are like, good grief, you've been closed for so long. Anybody that comes by, I make sure to bring them inside so they can get an idea of the true scope of what we've undertaken, and not only what's left to do, but most importantly, how far we've come and how much has happened inside the library. It's truly remarkable, and even I lose sight of it often. So let's start talking about where we left off, which was with the flooring installation. And then the very next week, we got the movers all lined up, and they came and brought back our shelving from McKinney. You'll recall that this was one of the main reasons we were able to move forward with a renovation of this caliber is because of the shelving that we got for free as a gift donation from the city of McKinney, because their downtown branch closed for a complete renovation, even more in-depth and thorough than ours. They are replacing all of their shelving, which means that all of their existing shelving went to people that could get a truck and trailer. And when I say people, it had to come to another library, specifically another city, is what their council formal decision was. So let me make sure that I don't get any misunderstandings out there on the interwebs. So they brought shelving, and let's go look at what that means when I say shelving. And boy, did they bring shelving. Now, Mike, one thing to point out with this pile of ivory-colored steel is that we didn't clean it before we disassembled it and packed it up and brought it home. So this has got many, many years of McKinney. We'll just say many years of McKinney is on these shelves, and they need to be cleaned properly before we put them together. That is the next step for all this shelving, is that this is shelving parts. And they are not shelves yet, they're just a big old pile of parts. And all of these components, once clean, have to be sorted into their different types of shelving, because there's different heights and there's different types. There's adult, there's young adult, there's DVD, there's periodical, and books. Who knew that there were so many different things going on with shelves? But while it's not complicated, and what I find myself saying quite a bit, sorry about knocking the mic, what I find myself saying quite a bit is, this isn't rocket science. It's just a lot. So we just have quite a bit of work cut out for us. Well, this is one pile of shelving. Let's go look and see what else they brought us. And a display case. And a board book bin. By the way, this came from the Melissa Public Library. More shelving parts. These are the ends of the shelf. And aren't they awesome? I'm gonna stain them. More shelves. We're on the children's side this time. So, if we've got all of these things in big piles that not only need to be cleaned but assembled, what else has to happen? Is it just the shelves? Nope. Our furniture, a lot of the new furniture that we've ordered also has to be assembled. To my left is a row of kitchen cabinets. Now, whoa. You want me to start over?
Nope.
Okay.
We almost lost the cameraman.
Okay. These kitchen cabinets came in a big pile of boxes, and boy, they were heavy. But they were assembled by the Elmont Baptist Men's Group, who I would love to give a shout out. They showed up in force this past Saturday, and for the about 3 or 4 hours, when I say we, I mean them, worked very hard at getting these cabinets put together. What's left, of course, is we'll need to get some countertops for them, and those are being ordered right now. Mentioning our volunteers is a great segue into whose job is it to get all this done. Once our flooring concluded, that meant all our professional contractors were done, and our painters are finished, our flooring installation is finished, the walls have been constructed, and so all the things that are left, the assembly, the moving things back into place, reshelving, most of the books are all falling to us. And when I say us, I mean library staff. Obviously, this isn't something that we can do on our own. So we're asking for volunteers and support. We have relied so heavily on our community over the years for these types of things, not just monetary support for programming, books, and materials, but for actually showing up and picking up a paintbrush or a screwdriver. We wouldn't be where we are today without the long, many years of this kind of service and community that really our community is known for. And so while this is saving literally thousands of dollars, as an example, just for the children's shelving alone, the installation bid was $5,000. So again, if we can find the manpower to get it done ourselves, those $5,000 are things that can go right into patron services. So that's what we're opting to do. Now, that's why our open date is a bit murky, and it's not, while it is a massive amount of work to get done, we also don't have all of our children's shelving isn't here yet. So even though we are 4 days into May and trying desperately to hit an early June reopening, about half of our children's shelves aren't here yet and aren't predicted to get here. And yes, that's the best I can do, middle of May. So they were manufactured in Mexico, they have to cross the Gulf, they have to clear customs, and then they've got to get all the long way up from the south end of the state to the north end of the state. And then once they're here, they have to be put together, assembled, and all the items put back on them. So now I hope that everybody has a bit better understanding of why it's taking so long and why I'm not able to commit to a firm date. And believe me, it bothers me quite a bit as well. I've learned the hard way over these many months that I'm going to stop saying, surely that will be X date or that date, because it surely has not every time I've said it. So maybe the thing to do is not commit, and then it'll happen. So I certainly hope so. Mike, it's always great to have you back in the library and covering the mini goings on. Let's talk about the mini library has closed. We are marshaling all of our resources, and that meant having a staff member there for a service that I'm so glad we were able to provide, but we need him more here. Let's get this library reopened. So the mini library has closed. What are you going to do for books? Well, hopefully you're only going to have to tough it out just the rest of this month. And if you're not using ebooks, now's the time to do it. So there are literally thousands to choose from Libby, as well as Hoopla is another platform that we've added, which added hundreds more. These are ebooks and audiobooks available for all ages. All you need is your library card. We can set you up with one over the phone. It's easy peasy, and best of all, it's free. So give us a call. We're here normal business hours. And let's see, the programs also in an effort to marshal as many resources, manpower back at the library as possible. We have reduced the number of story times we're offering per week from 2 to 1. The Thursday 10:30 at the Recreation Center is going to continue through the rest of the summer. Next time I see you will be in a couple of weeks. Hopefully this will be yet another big change, and we can talk about the programs that are coming up in the last part of May at that time. I think I've managed to cover everything. Thank you, Mike.